Good afternoon, both all of my in-person people and my virtual people as well. I hope you've had a really great conference so far. I know I was up here right at the beginning, but my name is Stacey Hahn, and I am the president of the Secondary School Writing Centers Association, and I'm a director hopeful at Amsterdam High School in Amsterdam, New York. So my center should be starting next year, which is great. I'm very excited about that. So this is a Writing at the Center writing conference. So let's all grab out a writing utensil and something to write with. We're going to do just a quick 2-minute quick write. And what I'd like you to think about is, what is one takeaway from today? I know you've attended several sessions, you've talked to different people. Let's just take 2 minutes. What's in your brain right now? What's a takeaway? I'm going to bring us all back together. At my school, I actually have a little bell. It sounds like a diner bell. And I was like, oh, I should have brought that today. It's perfect for wrapping back up. So I wanted you to keep that in your head as we're going kind of through, right? What is that inspiration that we want to take with us today and mull over in our brains? What I want to do is I want to introduce you to the SWCA board, who has worked so hard to make this conference possible, right? Both today and what's going to be going on tomorrow as well. These people are amazing. If you want to stand, please, as I recognize you, and we'll give them all wonderful applause at the end, right? These are teachers, directors who volunteer their time to dedicate it to this organization. So we have our Vice President, Jenny Goranson, who is also our conference chair and has really put on a lot of stuff that's happening here. Our Secretary, Vivian Blair, our Treasurer, Susan Frank, that's awesome. Our immediate past President, Renee Brown. Our SWCA rep, Heather Barton, who's virtual with us today. Our regional rep for the Southeast, Katie Sutcliffe. Our regional rep for the Northwest, Jamie Davis, who's joining us virtually. Our communications coordinator, Laura Peterson, who's also joining us virtually. Our middle school and all subject center rep, Melissa Morgan. Our member at large, Kelly Crespo. Our member at large, Rebecca Shields. And our two awesome tutor reps, Disha Penchel and Noah Lavelle. I'm going to go ahead and give ourselves a wave here. And our two advisory board members, Amber Jensen, who's back over here, and Rich Kent. Really, these are an amazing group of people to work with, and I'm so glad that they are on the board for us. So I want to give us a little bit of sense of where SWCA has come from, especially for those joining us the first time, right? History is always important for what's going on with it. This growth is actually really inspiring, and so that's part of why I want to share it with you as well. So secondary school writing centers have been around for a long time. Mostly they're very isolated, and they come and go with a director, which is still very true. But that has been working to change. And so SWCA actually started as CAPTA in 2011, and it was a partnership with the University of Maryland to host the first gathering of secondary school writing centers in the Northern Virginia region. In 2012 and 2013, some of those founding board members of what would eventually become the Capital Area Peer Tutoring Association partnered with the Northern Virginia Writing Project, GMU, and the Fairfax County Public School Systems to organize a larger conference for people to really share this work. And those conferences kept growing, and it was clear that there were more people around the country who were passionate about this work. So in 2014, the Capital Area Peer Tutoring Association was officially founded, so CAPTA that you'll see there. CAPTA hosted 3 more major conferences, each time getting more and more attendees from all over. And then in 2017, CAPTA announced the transition to our national organization that we have now, SWCA, the Secondary School Writing Centers Association. SWCA hosted our first conference in 2018, which was in person. And then we have, of course, have hosted virtual conferences since then in 2020, 21, and 22. And now we are back here in person again, and also hybrid, so that we can really connect with centers all over, which was the core mission of why this was founded, to bring people together. So we're no longer as isolated as we once were. And I think there's a lot of power in that. Yes, there's still a lot of stake in writing centers based on the directors and the passion that they have. But really coming to these conferences and seeing our organization, you can connect with other people that share that vision and that are part of that larger community. So I really hope that you felt that, whether you're online or you're in here today, and you tap into that and continue to tap into that beyond this conference to really sustain us in the amazing work that we're doing. So there's a map down here. And as you can see, these are different writing and learning centers throughout the world that have engaged with SWCA in the past couple of years. So this is not just us here today. This is across the country and internationally, right? Building upon this awesome, amazing, empowering thing that we do within our centers. SWCA continues this mission that started with CAPTA and we've built forward with today. And that is the whole goal of our organization, right? We build community among the secondary school writing and learning center directors, partners, and tutors. We promote advocacy for these peer-driven programs that really do transform our schools by empowering those student leaders. And of course, we support the development and the sharing of all of these resources to new and existing centers throughout. And so I'm going to talk about a little bit of the stuff that SWCA has to do this, all this work that we're looking at for the mission itself. So the conference itself, of course, is a major driving force of this mission. But we also have a couple of new grants that we put into place this year to help all of the different centers. And I encourage you to apply for these grants. These are all available on swca.org, the more information for it. So we do have conference travel grants and registration waivers, but we also have a presenter at another conference grant. So if you are presenting about secondary school writing or learning centers or peer tutoring and other conferences, we want to support you in that work of talking to other people. So you could apply for that. If you want to connect with other schools around, because we know in-person connections really provide that energy, then SWCA wants to support you in that work as well. And then we also want to recognize our amazing peer tutors that do so much of this with a Student Impact Scholarship. And that deadline is April 1st. So check that out and go ahead and apply for that. Exciting things that have also happened since our last in-person conference. And I know that you've seen this as we've been going around, but we have started the Journal of Peer Tutoring in Secondary Schools, which is amazing for what's going along with it. So this actually started like the conversation in 2020, which was happening under the fantastic leadership of our editors, which I would also like to congratulate for the work that they've done on this. So Dr. Amber Jensen, Jenny Goranson, Dr. Heather Barton, and Dr. Susan Frank are our editors for this. And then they've had invaluable help for undergraduate research assistants, editorial assistants from Brigham Young University as well, to bringing this all to fruition. So this is really amazing work the journal is doing here. It was brought together as a peer-reviewed journal to be the home of scholarly research for our centers, right? Secondary school writing and learning centers, really to celebrate the voices of directors, of tutors, of the practitioners of this work in our own space that we have to be able to do this with. Starting in 2021, JPTSS has been published twice a year. And I'm excited that it's available for free for anyone on swca.org. You can look at all of the articles and download them. And then if you would like a print copy, because those are always really awesome to have, you can also just buy those on Amazon as well. So you can have those. We're going to be raffling off a couple of those print copies as well at this conference. I put that issue 3.1 was coming out soon because I was very excited. And issue 3.1 is going to be coming out soon, but the current issue that's here now is issue 2.2. So definitely check out all of those articles, right? Many ways to inspire yourself as you continue with this work. When you're feeling like, oh, I'm not quite sure where to go, check out these articles. They have tutor voices, they have director voices to kind of bring back that passion that we all feel today at our conference. There are also sticker name badges for some of our journal editors. So if you see anyone wearing these, I know they would be more than happy to talk about their journal experiences publishing with you. So reach out to them, make that connection, and talk about it. When I read the journal, these stories really inspire me. And so I hope that they inspire you as well. And I also hope that they inspire you to consider submitting a piece for a publication, right? Looking at the different submission opportunities that they have in the journal, the different types of articles, and think about adding your voice to this collection as well. There is a table for the journal. So if you would like to speak to any of the authors, they are there to answer all of your questions. I know there have been amazing presentations today, so consider what your different thoughts are about that and then submit to our journal as well. The next thing I want to talk about is our toolkit. And I'm very excited to announce this in person. This is our latest iteration of the toolkit that we have created with a variety of new and resources for all of you guys. So this toolkit came out of many different iterations of this work since 2010, actually. And it's been building and building and growing since then to become the toolkit that we have today. So what this is it's really a collection from directors across the country of resources that they use in their centers that they found to be effective. And we collect all of those resources together, contextualize them, talk about how they can be used. The toolkit is also amazing because the different chapters are authored by directors across the country who share their experiences in narrative form to get us thinking about what does it mean, all these different logistical pieces and community outreach pieces and working with special populations and working with the Learning Center. So there's a lot of rich information in the toolkit for you. As you can see, we have 168 different types of resources and over 300 different samples from that as well. It is quite what I like to call a tome for what we're building here with it, but it is definitely inspiring with it. One of the things that Renee and I, as my co-editor, talked about with this toolkit is providing digital resources as well. So these are available to anyone, people who have the toolkit and who don't. We have selected a few key digital resources from every chapter, and those are available for free for download on SWCA.org to really further our mission again of supporting centers in the work that they're doing with it. So what I would like to do at this point is definitely to recognize my amazing co-editor in this, Renee Brown. We have worked on this in a year-long project, in addition to all of the amazing authors who have given their expertise and their work and their time to put all these resources together for you. It has been an amazing labor as we've gone through this, and one that has been very exciting to do. So thank you to Renee. Also in our SWCA community, right, we have different ways that we can continue to do this sort of an outreach. So we do have sibling centers where you can partner with another school and form various connections with them, be that a school in your close region or across the country. So that program will open up again in the fall if you're interested in partnering with other schools. We also have digital roundtables that happen about once a month to discuss with directors or tutors around the country on various topics to continue that professional development throughout the year. And then new this year, we have regalia, again, to recognize the tutors that do such amazing work in our centers. We have tutor leadership medals so that those can be worn at graduation. And we're also sharing various honor cords that so people can be recognized, and we have certificates available online that you can print off as well, right? Ways to really expand our community and our recognition of all of this work that's happening here. So as you saw, there is a lot of stuff that SWCA is doing to really support the mission that continues to drive us as we move forward. With that, of course, it does take the board and it takes people to do it. So if you are inspired by various things at this conference, or you want to become more involved, then definitely come and join us. We have several different open positions on the SWCA board, as you can see up there in front of you. These are positions both for directors and tutors as well. The SWCA board meets about once a month, and then people take on different initiatives as their time in their schedule allows, share their ideas about what's happening and what could we do to continue moving forward with all of the amazing programs SWCA does, as well as any new initiatives that we have coming up. One final thing that SWCA does do as well is we partner with NCTE. So we are an official affiliate of IWCA, and that allows us to have a standing SIG and panel at the National Council of Teachers of English Conference. So especially for my directors and pre-service teachers listening to this, if you go to NCTE or if you're interested in that, you can always come and join us on our panel as we present about this topic, or of course, just come and talk and chat and share your experiences as well. So there are a lot of different ways to get involved with SWCA and continue this work that we're all doing as we go along with that. So I just want to end my thoughts today with this, is that as president, I definitely know the ins and outs of what's going on in our organization. But as I was writing up all of this, I was again just overwhelmed at the amount of work and the amount of amazing opportunities that this organization does provide for everyone there with it. And when I think about centers in isolation, and then I think about the vibrancy that I've seen at this conference today, I find that really inspiring. Yes, we are still our own centers, and sometimes it definitely feels like that when we're in our individual places, but we have very strong, very vibrant community that I hope that everyone really reaches out to and uses to empower yourself when you're not having the best writing center day, and then move you forward as well. All of our work does make a difference. You are all SWCA, right? Whether that work is when you're working one-on-one with that tutor to really try to express their voice, or maybe you're trying to start or run various initiatives at your school, right? Maybe you're sharing your communities, maybe you're sharing your writing centers with your communities. You are presenting today, right? You're recording your thoughts for other people in the journal or other places. All of you are making a difference in what we're happening. And so SWCA is really you and what's going on today. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to move on because it's prize time. Yay! We've had some social media contests, and we've got some other superlatives that we want to give some prizes for. So if I call your name, please stand and let us applaud you. And then when we have finished our presentation, then I will ask you to come forward and pick up your prizes, and we'll take a picture with all of the prize winners at the end. There will be some other contests that are continuing on until tomorrow. Those HUVA contests do not close today. So if you are participating in those, please continue to participate, and we will have those winners announced tomorrow. But for now, it is time to announce our social media contest winners. Okay, the East Wing Tutoring Center from Etowah High School has won the social media contest. We also have a winner in Stephanie Yesu and Stephanie Bainey. So please come Are y'all here? Can you stand? No? Yes? Etowah? Etowah. Sorry, I knew they were here. Next, we have our attendee who has traveled the furthest from home. Anthony Bennett from Stanford Online High School has come 2,834 miles from Palo Alto, California. Please give a round of applause for Anthony. Anthony, I really, really hope that you did not drive 42 hours. I hope you got, oh, good. I hope you got on a plane. So we do have a prize for your effort in getting on that plane and coming so far. We have the most in-person attendees, 26 tutors coming from Washington Irving Middle School in Springfield, Virginia. Washington Irving Middle School, please stand. No? Oh, there. Oh, no? Okay, sorry. We have the most in-person presenters from one school, Thomas Edison High School from Alexandria, Virginia, and they also had to leave early. I'm sorry. And then the most virtual presenters from one school, Etowah High School in Woodstock, Georgia. Congratulations.